And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that has been asked a lot, and it's a dental nursing Q&A video. I put out a small 2-minute video a couple of weeks ago just saying if you have any questions then pop them on here or send me a DM on Instagram, and a couple of you did, so I thought I would answer those questions for you today. I am going to be doing another dental nursing Q&A video, so if you would like your questions answered just pop them in this comment box below. So I'm going to get straight into this video, a dental nursing Q&A. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight on with this. I've got the questions on my phone. So the first question is, how long did it take you to settle into your apprenticeship? I've been in mine for just over 3 months now and still can't figure out if I'm enjoying dental nursing or not. I would say for me, I did dental nursing as work experience, so I already kind of knew what I was getting in for, and I knew the practice already because 1, that was the practice where I went to get my dental checkups and things. 2, we were friends with the practice manager and one of the senior dentists there, and because I'd done my work experience I was already familiar with the staff, so I pretty much settled into it straight away because of those reasons. I would say if you're 3 months into it though and you're not sure if you like it, it's probably not a job for you because it's only going to get worse. Definitely now I don't care about nursing anymore. I don't want to do it as a job. I'm doing it for money. Obviously I still put effort into it and I don't just go about my day like, oh, I can't bother to be here. I do the job and I do it properly, and I think my work realise that because of, you know, they are grateful for what I do for them. So I would never ever just put half-hearted work into anything, even if I didn't enjoy it. So I would say if you're already 3 months into it and you're not enjoying it, it's probably not the job for you because it will just get worse and worse. At least that's my experience. You might have a completely different one. You might find that you love it after 6 months, but I would say that if you're not enjoying it at this stage, you're probably never going to enjoy it. Okay, the next question. Do you still like dental nursing, or do you wish to expand your knowledge further by learning a bit more, i.e. hygienist? P.S. I want to become a hygienist and I think on the way to become I will end up dying. Haha, love you lots. I've just sort of covered that in my last answer. I don't really like dental nursing anymore. As I said, it's just a job for me now. It's not something which I really wish to pursue. I don't want to be a hygienist. I don't want to be a therapist. I don't want to be a dentist. It's just not a massive interest of mine. First of all, I don't think I'm clever enough to be a hygienist or a dentist because they have to know so much. Second of all, I still can't to this day watch them inject somebody. If I have to put the suction in there, I place the suction in the right place, go cross-eyed, and so that I can't really see it, so it's all blurry, and then they can do it. But I can't watch an injection going into a mouth. I don't like the idea of inflicting pain into somebody. I couldn't do that myself if I can't even watch it. As you guys probably know if you watch my other videos, I'm not really doing it that much anymore. I just do it sort of on the side as part-time because my main interest, my main job now is doing extra work for film and TV, which I absolutely love. It's what I've always wanted to work on TV, do films. I wanted to be an actor since I was a tiny little kid, so that's what I'm trying to pursue now, and dental nursing is just for me to have money, basically, to live. It's the same stuff every single day. I think that's what I don't like about it, is that it's never different, regardless of whether you have all fillings one day, all checkups the next day. Yeah, they might be 2 different days like that. There's only so many treatments you can do, so it's never different. It's just the same. If you're sat on the desk, you're saying the same thing all day, every day, over and over and over again, and I just find that so boring. I can't live like that, hence why I've gone off now and try to get into the thing that I really want to do. So anyway, sorry, that's me blabbing on a little bit. I'm going to move on to the next question. So the next question is, what type of questions did you find the hardest in the multiple choice question exam? I'm going to really struggle to answer this because I did my exam 4 years ago, at the end of 2019, and I did it in June of 2016. So I did it 3.5 years ago. So to remember any of the questions, I would have to have like an eidetic memory because I really can't remember the questions. It was a long time ago. It's hard for me to pinpoint what questions I found hard because I just don't remember them. I would say though that medical emergency questions I found difficult. Radiography questions I found difficult. Definitely any medical emergency questions, really study on. because they're so varied. If you get a medical condition which you don't know, you then have to put your knowledge a bit further out and go, okay, well that might be similar to that, and for this I would use that drug, so therefore I would administrate that onto this medical condition. That's kind of how it works. It's not just as straightforward. If someone has this medical condition, what would you give them? They're not questions like that, at least they weren't for me, so they were very difficult. I had to think a bit more outside the box and think, okay, I've never heard of that, but I know that this word in that medical condition means this, and therefore, so do you see what I mean? They were the very difficult ones for me. I can't specifically remember the questions, but they were kind of like that. And the radiography questions, for some unbeknown reason, I don't know why, but the radiography questions aren't digital radiography. They're all, or majority of them, are manual x-ray processing, and nowhere does that anymore. I don't know, at least, of any practices that do it. It's all digital x-rays now. There aren't any manual processing, so it's not a case of, oh, you can learn that on the job. No, you have to study it in a book to know what it is. I didn't have a clue. A lot of the people at my practice didn't know, because that's not how they did their x-rays. So it is just reading the book and learning it from the textbook. That's the only way you're going to be able to answer those questions. So yeah, the radiography questions and the medical emergency questions were the ones I definitely found the hardest. So I really had to study on that, and they did take me a couple of times to pass. They were very, very difficult. Just make sure that you really crack on and do your revision. Next question. How do you deal with stress being a dental nurse? I've started surgery about 2 months ago, and I feel like I'm stressing myself out so much while I'm at work. I think a lot of it's to do with the people that you work with. I think if they're helping you, it's a lot easier. Again, I did my course a long time ago, so for me to remember when I very first started, it's quite difficult because I can only really go on what I know now. It is still stressful. I still find it stressful, especially when we're running late, and the only way to get through that is just to accept the fact that it's a stressful job. If you're running late, you're not going to get your lunch at 1 o'clock. Just accept it. If you're running late at the end of the day, you might finish later. Just got to accept it. There's nothing you can do to catch up on time. It's just about accepting that there's a problem which may or may not be able to be solved. I'm not very good at not being stressed. I can't just be like, you know what, forget it, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm one of these people that's like, what? Why isn't this done? Why is that not done? So it's hard for me to actually control my stress, but in situations like that, I just think you're going to have to just accept it. Most of the time, it's not a major issue anyway. If it is a major issue, it's probably not going to fall directly on yourself. It's going to fall with the dentist or the manager or something. You just have to sort of think in that way, you know, this is not my sole responsibility. So I just have to accept what happens, really. I know that's probably a really crappy answer, but that's all the advice I can really give. I'm not very good at dealing with stress anyway. This is really sharp. Oh, sorry. And if you really, really can't handle the stress of the job, it's not going to be the job for you. Like I said a minute ago, if you don't like it now, you're never going to like it. So it's not something that is best to pursue. Okay, now the final question. This is going to require quite a bit of explaining, and it's, if a dentist makes money off people with bad teeth, then why would I buy toothpaste that 4 out of 5 dentists recommend? Also, why is the 5th one not recommending it? So, I can't just directly answer this question, I have to explain this question. Back in the day, dentists were paid per filling on the NHS. If you needed 4 fillings, you paid for 4 fillings. Or they, sorry, were paid for 4 fillings. Now, it's done slightly differently. It's done under courses of treatment. So when you open a course of treatment, that course of treatment is open for 2 months. This is all on the NHS, by the way. If you need 1 filling at the beginning of the 2 months, you pay for that 1 filling. If after a month and a half, you've got another 3 holes, you don't pay any extra for those fillings because it's under that same course of treatment within the 2 months. You can pay the same for 1 filling, you can pay the same for 10 fillings, as long as it's done within the 2 months of that course of treatment. So now, dentists don't want to see holes anymore because they're not going to get paid unless they're private. They're not going to get paid for 10 separate fillings. They're going to get paid for 1. That's sort of part 1 of the answer. Part 2, even if they are private dentists, there is so much people can do now to sue, and dentists do not want to be sued, trust me. So if they don't see a hole and they tell you you've got a hole and then they drill into your tooth and do one and you think, I'm going to get a second opinion, you get a second opinion and you were told you didn't need this in the first place, you're going to sue the dentist that did the filling. They don't want to be sued. There are so many options out there if you don't feel something is right, and that dentist does not want to be in the wrong. So that's kind of part 2 of it. Nowadays, our generation, so I'm talking sort of people, so I'm 23, I'm going to be 24 soon. I would say between like just born and 30, they don't have fillings anymore. Some people do, but it's a very, very low percentage. And the reason for that is that there are so many options for oral health now. There's electric toothbrushes, there's higher fluoride toothpaste, there's floss picks, water picks, TPs, still normal floss, hygienists, therapists. There are so many options out there now for oral health. There is no reason to have fillings anymore. So when dentists see a cavity on a child, you have to question, why has this child got a cavity? Are you not brushing their teeth properly? Are they having way too much sugar than they should do? There is a lot out there now which prevents getting a filling. And the most common place for a filling to happen is actually, if these are the 2 teeth, here, it's between these 2 teeth. And the reason that people get holes there is because they don't floss in between them. So when you clean with your toothbrush, your electric toothbrush, you clean the top and you clean the front, and you should be cleaning the back as well. But you can't clean in between here with a toothbrush. So you have to use floss to get in between there. That is the simple answer of why do we need to floss, so you don't get holes between the teeth. And also to keep the gums healthy, because if there's food in between the teeth, it's just going to seep into the gum, it's going to make them red and swollen and painful. So that's another reason why we need to floss. I know that kind of went a bit off subject, but it's all to do with the same thing. There is so much out there now for people to not have to get fillings. Most of my generation and the younger generation aren't ever going to have fillings because there's no need for them to have fillings. Dentistry is going all cosmetic. The dentist that I work with now says he would never ever recommend for someone of my age or younger to try and be a dentist now, to go to university to be a dentist, because in 10-20 years it's just going to be all cosmetic and it's going to be sales. They're going to sell you teeth whitening, they're going to sell you braces, which yes, they already sell now, but there's going to be no money in dentistry anymore unless it's from a selling point. And the majority of work, I would say 90 to 95% of the fillings that we do now are on people, I would say between 40 and, I don't know, 80, 90. You're replacing the old fillings. That's most of the dentistry we do now. It's not new dentistry. There's no reason, unless your diet's extremely poor and you're not brushing properly, there's no reason to get any holes. With all of that information in mind, the answer to why would I buy a toothpaste that 4 out of 5 dentists recommend, because they are trying to help you. They don't want to make their money out of bad teeth. They don't. That's a genuine answer. Like I said, they're going to get paid the same for 1 filling as they are for 10 fillings if they're on the NHS. So do listen to them when they recommend it. I don't know why the 5th dentist doesn't recommend it. He's probably still stuck in the old school days where he wants to make money out of bad teeth. But now dentistry just isn't like that anymore. So I hope that kind of answers that question and maybe answered a couple more. Like I said, I am going to be doing another Q&A, so please pop your questions in the comment box down below. I think that's enough of me blabbing on for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to go and watch Polariod. Check that out on Amazon Prime. I'll put the link in the description below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!